AA is a wonderful program that has helped literally millions of people across the world. However, it's a mistake to think that AA is the only way or the best way to deal with an alcohol or other substance abuse problem. The treatment that works best, or approach that works best, is the one that the person is willing to accept and make use of. And not everybody with an alcohol problem feels comfortable or will feel comfortable with the AA philosophy and the AA program. That doesn't mean that they're doomed to fail. It's a tragic mistake to think that if you don't get involved in AA that it's not possible for you to recover over the long term. It simply is one method of recovery that works well for some people. Even Bill Wilson, the founder of AA, is quoted in the big book as saying that, AA is not the answer for everyone. It's the program that worked best for us, and we should never seek to impose it on people who are not willing to participate. It's important to recognize that the AA program is not a treatment program. It is a mutual self-help program. It's an invaluable program that provides a level of support and encouragement and a pathway to recovery that is different than what most professionally oriented treatment can provide. AA and professional treatment are not good substitutes for one another. They work well together. They work well synergistically, and they should not be seen as competitive. It's not one or the other. A person can certainly do both, and the two should not be seen as being in conflict with one another. But AA is not treatment, and treatment is not AA. The role of the sponsor in AA was defined in the original teachings in the big book as the sponsor being the guide to the 12-step program. The sponsor is not a therapist. The sponsor is not a counselor, shouldn't be telling people what to do, what not to do, but to help people make optimal use of the AA program, get inducted into the 12-step program and its philosophy, and encourage people and support people, and do everything they can to help people sustain their motivation for recovery. There are sponsors who sort of cross the line, who advise people about taking or not taking medication, more often not taking, because some people in AA are anti-medication biased, which I think is a tragic mistake. And they're not there to tell people what to do, how to run their lives, how to conduct their relationships with other people. They are there supposedly as a guide to the AA program, nothing more and nothing less. Major differences between AA meetings and group therapy sessions is that in AA meetings there's no crosstalk allowed, which means that if somebody shares something in an AA meeting, nobody is permitted to respond by giving advice or feedback to that person. All they say is thank you for sharing. They can say, listen, I really relate to what you just said. It's very similar to something I've experienced. They can identify with what's just been talked about, but they cannot give feedback to the person. So there's no crosstalk allowed in AA. In group therapy, it's just the opposite. Crosstalk is encouraged, not in terms of advice giving, but giving feedback. It's what we call holding up the mirror to other members of the group, so that a person will share something about their personal experience. Another group member will either identify with it and say, it's, I can resonate with that because I've gone through something very similar or related to that, but they can also hold up a mirror to that person and say, Jim, I've heard you say this before and you've struggled with this same issue a few months ago, and here it is cropping up again, and the way you're coming across is if you're surprised as if this happened again, when I can remember distinctly when you talked about it last time. What do you think about that? That's holding up a mirror to somebody. That's giving them feedback. It's not giving advice, but it's literally reflecting back something you've heard from the person before. It can take another form of, you just talked about something in this meeting, Nancy, that's very painful, and I feel for you, but you said it with a smile on your face. What do you think that's about? That's very valuable feedback to give somebody. That's holding up a mirror to somebody, and you won't get that. You can't get that in an AA meeting, but that's what you can get in group therapy.